Well, hello there, and welcome back to Barkland Labs. Today I want to do just a quick intro on how we do a little bit of glass bending. We are doing this so that we can make a salt bridge. The salt bridge is part of the galvanic cell. You should be watching that video for Thursday, but it's really what helps provide the balance of the electric charge in our two beakers, the bridge being the thing that kind of connects those gaps. So we are cannibalizing some pipettes, some glass pipettes that have been here at Grayland for decades and nobody's using these, so I decided I'd put them to good use. We are going to cut off the ends actually. This end right here, which you can kind of see is the pipette end, and we've got something that's basically kind of like, I don't know how many of your parents are wine drinkers, but it's kind of like the thing that you use to take the top off of a wine bottle. You put it on there and you just rotate, put it on there and you rotate, and what that's doing is it's making a very small incision on the glass. This one actually, we'll see how this works. Okay, so you can see I just popped off the top of that glass. Now you'll notice that it is a little bit jagged there. We will take care of that. We'll go ahead and treat the other side here as well. We might need to take turns a little bit with this. I'll kind of give you a little close up here of what's going on. It's a little blade right here. You put it in there and then start rotating. Like I said, I've only got one of these, so oops. Oh wow. That just went flying off. Let's try not do that in lab. I'll go pick that up later. Okay, so we've got our glass tube ready to be bent. Remember, we want it to be in a nice U shape. Here's the one that I did earlier. I'm going to now make one into more, not a V shape, but more of a U, so we need two turns. It's probably a good idea to locate where you want to kind of bend yours. I want mine to bend right about here, right about here. So let's go ahead and get our gas turned on. There we go. And what you're actually relying on here is gravity. You're going to be putting your glass in the flame. As that heats up, those molecules that make up the glass are starting to become liquid, starting to turn from solid to liquid, and you'll know that it starts to bend when it starts to sag. If you keep on watching here, you'll notice that now it's starting to not turn as evenly as when I'm doing this. That means it's probably ready for me to actually start bending. So there we go. So you notice I now have that bent at a 90-degree angle. Now one of the things you need to do here is you need to just wait. One of the things we talked about is that hot glass looks a lot like cold glass. You probably don't want to be touching this right now. Even touching it right here is, this isn't too bad right here, but you wouldn't want to touch it accidentally too far up. We're going to get a nice U bend. I'm going to actually break my rule. I just told you I'm not going to wait very long because I want to just make this in one continuous video. I'm going to bend it again, kind of right about here at the 0.4 mark on this pipette. So put it in here once again. I'm rotating. Okay, welcome back. I let my glass cool off a little bit, and I also ran out of video recording space on my iPad, so I took care of that, and we're back. So I've got my one bend on my glass pipette. I want to now go ahead and you can see here, I want it to be approximately equal height, so a really good idea would be to actually measure with a ruler and see exactly what this height is and try and get an equal height on your bend over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my flame. I'm going to start rotating it so it evenly heats on all sides, and just like before, you know that it's ready to bend when it starts to kind of sag from gravity. So this one's a little bit harder because of the bend we've got on the other one. Okay, so it's starting to sag a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. If I turn it perpendicular here, you can see that it's doing that of its own accord. So that means it's probably about ready. So I will go ahead and bend that. And if you take a look at that, now we've got our U shape in this tube. I probably could have even made the bottom of the U here a little bit shorter, maybe as much as half as short as that. One other thing you're going to want to do at the end here is you're going to want to really heat the ends of your of your YouTube. That's because when those break, they get kind of jagged. If you heat those, it'll kind of soften those edges, round them off so that it's not going to hurt when you touch that. So really, patience is one of the biggest things with this lab or with this activity, is because you want to let that glass cool off before you touch it and make sure it's not sharp, or make sure the glass cools off before you start touching other parts of your YouTube. So that is glass bending. We will be doing this in class on Wednesday. See you then.